All right, so we're starting Pythagoras Theorem. And when we start looking at Pythagoras Theorem, we have to start out by looking at triangle notation. So this says triangle notation slash the right angle triangle. And here it is. The angles of a triangle are labeled with capital letters, and the side opposite to an angle is labeled with the same letter, and the sides are labeled with common letters. So the angles are labeled with capital letters. I'm looking at it. Here we have a triangle, a right angle triangle, and all the angles, angle A here, B here, C, A, B. The angles are labeled with capital letters. Capital A, capital B, capital C. Now, the sides are labeled with common letters. So this is common A, common B, and the hypotenuse is common C. Now, how do I know what to label the sides? After the angles are labeled, now the side that is in front of an angle, this is the side that is in front of the angle A. The side that is in front of angle A is the side that is opposite to angle A, and it is labeled with the same letter, but the letter is common. The side that is opposite to an angle is the side that is in front of the angle, and it is labeled with the same letter, but the letter is common. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the side in front of angle B. The side in front of angle B is the side that is opposite to the angle B, and it is labeled with the same letter, but the letter is common. Lastly, the side, angle C is the right angle. Everybody can see that. That's the symbol for the right angle. The side that is in front of the right angle is the side that is opposite to the right angle, and it is labeled with the same letter, but the letter is common. Ladies and gentlemen, the side that is opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. So let's continue reading. So, all right, let me start from the top. The angles of a triangle are labeled with capital letters, and the side opposite to an angle is labeled with the same letter. The sides are labeled with common letters. Now, a right angle triangle is a triangle in which one of the angles measure exactly 90 degrees, as in the triangle below. Now, the hypotenuse is the longest side of the right angle triangle, and it is the side that is opposite to the right angle. The hypotenuse is the longest side of the right angle triangle, and it is the side that is opposite to the right angle. All right, so let's talk about Pythagoras theorem of the right angle triangle. Now, Pythagoras theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. All right, so first of all, Pythagoras theorem applies specifically to the right angle triangle. It is Pythagoras theorem of the right angle triangle. Now, Pythagoras theorem states that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. So this is sort of like the Pythagoras theorem formula. And in the Pythagoras theorem formula, C here is the hypotenuse, and B and C are the other two sides. Pythagoras theorem of the right angle triangle states that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Let's turn the page. Let me see if there's anything more down here. No? No. Pythagoras theorem, ladies and gentlemen, have a single purpose. There's only one reason for it. Pythagoras theorem is used to find the length of the third side of a right angle triangle when the lengths of the other two sides are given. In other words, if you know the length of two sides of a right angle triangle and you wish to find the length of the third side, you must use Pythagoras theorem. All right, so let's have a look at example one. I'm going to do A and B, and then you will do B, C, and E, F. Example one, please look carefully. In example one, we're asked to calculate the length of the side indicated by the letter X. All right. Now, first of all, can everybody see that at A, what you have is a right angle triangle? Can everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
Fine. And the that X, since X is the side that is in front of the right angle, X is the hypotenuse. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So the hypotenuse is the side that is in front of or opposite to the right angle. The hypotenuse is the longest side of the right angle triangle. Now, in A, if I know two sides of a right angle triangle and I wish to find the length of the third side, I must use Pythagoras theorem. So I would start by writing the Pythagoras theorem formula, which says that C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Now C here is the hypotenuse, and B and C are the other two sides. Help me please. What is the hypotenuse of the triangle at A? Come on.
Repeat
What is the hypotenuse of the triangle at A?
90 degrees.
No, what is the hypotenuse? Which side is the hypotenuse? 3, 4, or X?
The longer side.
Which is
X.
what? So the hypotenuse
The
would be
longer
X.
side of the
So
triangle.
it's X squared would be equal to, now, what are the other two sides? If X is the hypotenuse, what are the other two sides?
3 and 4 centimeters.
So this is what? 3 squared plus 4 squared. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 9 plus 16 is 25. Ladies and gentlemen, if I know the square of a number, to find the number, I must use the square root. So I normally ask students this: what is the opposite of square? Help me. What is
Square
the
root.
opposite? X would be equal to the square root of 25. What is the square root of 25?
5.
X is 5 centimeters. So the length of the side X, which is the hypotenuse, is 5 centimeters. Please note, the hypotenuse had to be longer than 3 and had to be longer than 4, because the hypotenuse is the longest side of the right angle triangle. Ladies and gentlemen, Pythagoras theorem is used to find the length of the third side of a right angle triangle when the length of the other two sides are given. Additionally, for a right angle triangle, the hypotenuse is the longest side, and it is the side that is opposite to the right angle. Let me do example D. Then I will give you a chance to write off the examples and to do the others. I'm doing B. So at B, we need to find the length of the side marked X. First of all, I will identify that the triangle at B is a right angle triangle. How do I know? Because you have one angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. That is the symbol for the right angle, which means 90 degrees. So the triangle I'm dealing with is a right angle triangle. I know the length of two sides. One side is 24, one side is 25, and I wish to find the length of the third side, which is x. Now, if I know two sides of a right angle triangle and I wish to find the length of the third side, I must use Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem says, the Pythagoras theorem formula, sometimes I normally like to write this. It says c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. That's the formula. In the formula, c is the hypotenuse, and a and b are the other two sides. So from the formula, from the triangle, can anybody tell me what is the length of the hypotenuse? Look at the triangle. What is the length of the hypotenuse? Anybody?
5.
Say that again.
25.
25.
Very good. Very good. The hypotenuse is the side that is in front of the right angle. So this becomes what? 25 squared is equal to x squared plus 24 squared. 25 squared means 25 times 25, and that is 625 is equal to x squared. 24 squared is 24 times 24, which I believe is 576, but let me double check.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's correct.
So this is 576, and I need to find out what is x. So this is going to be 625 minus 576 is equal to x squared. So I'm going to subtract. That is equal to 49. So I'm going to have x squared is equal to 49. What is the opposite of squared?
Square root.
Root.
X would be equal to the square root of 49. X would be
7.
equal to 7 centimeters. X would be 7 centimeters.